Connors lines up Jay White. Again, another shoulder tackle. Awkward landing for Jay White as he went into that middle turn, or excuse me, middle rope. As Taz and I like to talk about, those are not actually ropes, high tension steel cables.
Yeah, they're tight as hell. They hurt a lot.
Connors trying to assert control on Jay White, but nice sidestep by Jay White. And
got a little bit overzealous there, Excalibur.
Jay tried to get the boot intercepted by Clark Connors, and Jay White sent spilling over the top to the floor. Connors, though, seems content to conduct business at his pace, not Jay White's. Welcome back to AEW Dynamite live on TBS and HBO MAX. I'm Excalibur, joined by Tony Schiavone, the human suplex machine Taz, and right now we are witnessing Clark Connors and the Dogs taking the fight to Switchblade Jay White, who's competing in his first singles match in more than 15 months. And Jay White, a history of shoulder issues, which Clark Connors may be looking to exploit in this match, Taz.
Definitely, and now mocking. Guns up and guns down and guns everywhere. And, wow, just bodied right towards the head area.
Connors running through Jay White and sending White hard into the barricade next to our desk.
Yeah, right to my right here. Jay White is in a bad way here.
And the brutality from Clark Connors during the break. You see this running shoulder block, and watch how awkwardly Jay White went into that middle rope.
Yeah. That's rough with the history of shoulder situation that Switchblade has.
Connors, look at that. He lit that match and just stubbed it out on the shoulder of Jay White.
What are you doing?
And now with the shillelagh, you know.
Oh, he had wood matches, I believe.
Sorry.
That's the best match to light a cigar with.
You know, one thing about Clark Connors that we have seen, we saw it on the outside and on the inside, Taz, is the fact that he can get a burst of speed as well as anyone. Look at this. Look how hard he runs.
Oh, but it backfired against Connors right there.
And he was running fast.
Yeah, he does. I mean, in the ring, he hits the ropes hard.
And he crashed and burned right there. And you don't want to do that against Jay White. Watch this. Out of the way, and then Connors wastes the chair right there, blasted it.
Connors, though, despite this setback, I think he still has the advantage on Jay White as we look up to the ring. Jay White pulling himself up to his feet in the corner, but again, using Connors' speed against him. Catches the dragon screw, and Connors, instead of getting carried over Jay White's body, he went down in a heap.
That's the worst way to go, as you know, right? That's how you blow the knee out.
Planted, right?
Yeah.
That is vicious by Jay White. I'm not sure if it was intentional or accidental, but either way, it could be the opening that Switchblade Jay White needs. Hammer throw into the ropes and a back body drop. As Jay White lines up Connors and scores with a chop. Hammer throw reverse. Jay White puts on the brakes, ducks under a knee. DDT!
Planted him.
Cover, 2. Connors kicks out.
Jay White showing not only ability, but a lot of quickness on that exchange. Sliding right through, getting the advantage.
Jay White, he's looking for Blade Runner, but instead Connors.
Right to the eyes.
Yeah, a gouge you right to the eyes.
That'll slow any man down.
Connors drives Jay White face first to a knee, and now another spear. Takes White off his feet. We mentioned this is Jay White's first singles match in more than 15.5 months. This is only his second overall match in that same time.
Yeah, so not just a little bit of a cardio thing when you're out of the ring that long, but obviously the proverbial ring rust. Even though Jay White is so excellent rope to rope, he's in a bad way here.
It seemed like White was in the midst of shaking it off, but Clark Connors continues to apply pressure. Oh no, wait, Jay White ready for it, but Connors Avoids. Oh!
Yikes.
Good job to get his opponent off balance. And Jay White scores with that elbow strike. And now the Uranage. Leg hook cover made, but Connor's able to kick out.
Strong Uranage almost got the win, did Switchblade. He's going to do a throw here, I think. We've seen him do that underhook, overhook throw.
Connors, if you knew it, Taz, Clark Connors most certainly did. And he backed up Jay White to the corner and just launched a barrage of right hands or left hands into the head of Switchblade.
And they mentioned the longer the match goes, the more it probably favors Clark Connors, and I would agree.
I agree. I agree also with that.
Connors, overhead throw.
Just because of how long, as we documented, that Switchblade's been out of the ring.
Connors trying to line up Jay White for that spear.
Those are the best in the biz. Let's see if he can connect.
White's waiting. Connors is waiting, Excalibur.
Struggling to his feet. Jay White, no. White was ready for it. Blade runner, Connors escapes. It's a kick. I'm not sure if that caught Connors on the chin or the chest, but either way, there's that cutthroat suplex.
Holy smokes.
And Jay White, not done, brings Connors back to center. Blade runner again avoided by Connors. He's got a handful of tights, but now Jay White able to break free. Connors ducks underneath. Nice power slam. Far leg is hooked. And Jay White able to kick out.
Clark Connors been able to avoid that move a number of times. Here he goes again.
Lining up Jay White for the spear. Can Connors connect this time? He's on the move. No!
Guillotine. He caught him quick for a second there.
Sure did.
It's like a standing arm triangle. And Connors goes out. Jay White bridging to his back. And Connors is out. Jay White victorious.
The winner of this match, Switchblade, Jay White.
But catch him on that spear. Wow, what a great move that was.
Taz, that's an all or nothing move by Switchblade Jay White. That requires impeccable timing, and Jay White caught him there.
Yeah, he did catch him. And when you trap a guy's arm, when you have a choke on, definitely you could choke a guy out with his own arm. I mean, because it's tight, and I don't even know how.
But Connors just came to. He realized what happened, but Jay White was ready for him. Catches him in the Blade Runner.
Sometimes if it's a blood choke. Wait, hold on.
Oh, Finlay!
Good God, he wiped him out.
There was the shillelagh that time.
Yeah, great job by David Finlay.
He picked his spot, and he made Jay White pay. Whoa, hey, Juice Robinson coming. Whoa, swinging that chain like a madman. And David Finlay, Clark Connors, trying to get out of range of Juice Robinson, the straight bullet. David Finlay left Jay White laying and reclaimed his shillelagh. This is far from over.